there she is. Hi, Jen.
Hi, Julian. How are you?
All right, let's get straight into the game. And this is the first time I've done this one, but we're going to do this when we have a solo guest because it's a better game to do. Are you ready, Jen?
I am.
Okay, first question. Who wrote the play Romeo and Juliet? Is it A, Charles Dickens? Can you see that?
I can't say it, but no, it wasn't Charles Dickens.
B, William Shakespeare. Oh, I'm going to click this. All right, I accidentally pressed the wrong button. And I think you already know the answer.
Yes, William Shakespeare.
William Shakespeare. All right, so let's go to the next one. How do I do reveal? There we go. All right, you got that right. I messed it up, but now we'll go on to the next one. You're safe at the $100 level. What is the capital of France? Is it Berlin, Madrid, Rome, or Paris?
Paris.
Are you sure, Jen?
I am because all the other three cities are somewhere else.
That's correct. And you've also got lifelines as well. So as it gets harder, you have the ability to poll the audience. You can ask somebody in your house if there's anybody around, or you can do the 50-50 split, okay? So
Okay.
Let's lock in Paris for Jen. Paris is correct. Well done, Jen. Too easy for you. All right, the next one is, which planet is known as the red planet? Is it A, Venus, B, Mars, C, Jupiter, D, Saturn? Which planet?
B Mars.
Oh wow! Without even using any lifelines, let's lock it in. Correct. Jen is on fire so far. All right. The next question: what is the chemical symbol for the element gold? No. Is it Go, Gi, Au, Ag? If you're not sure, don't forget to use one of your lifelines.
DAG.
Hey Jen, can you use one of your lifelines?
I don't have a lifeline. Can I use the internet?
No. Well, I'll show you the lifelines, okay? We've got poll the audience,
Okay.
and we can do the 50-50 split, which will take away 2 answers. Okay?
The
We'll do that one.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so it's out of what's left. And if you're not sure, you've still got another lifeline. What is the chemical symbol for the element gold?
I'm gonna go with CAU.
AU. Let's lock that in. Correct.
Silver.
Yes. I think I saved you there, Jen. Let's keep going.
Thank you.
In what year did Christopher Columbus first arrive in the Americas? Is it A, 1492, B, 1607, C, 1776, D, 1812?
A 1492.
Or locking it in with no lifelines. Let's take a look. Ooh, well done. All right, you've made it to the safe level. And let's go on to the next one. What is the largest organ in the human body? Is it A, the heart, B, brain, C, liver, D, skin?
D skin.
Okay, we'll go lock it in. Let's lock that one in. Reveal. Well done, Jen. Skin. And you've still got 2 lifelines left.
Okay.
So you're at the $2,000 I don't actually have $2,000 cash to give you.
I'm gone.
But if anyone wants to donate prizes for this, eventually hopefully we'll get some prizes happening. Okay, sponsors if you want to do that. All right, let's go on to the next one. Which African country is the only one that has never been colonized by a European power? Is it A, Ethiopia? Bit of a gross question, this one. B, South Africa. C, Kenya. Or D, Cameroon? And you got 2 lifelines left.
Can you do the 50-50?
We've done that one already, but we can poll the audience, and let's do that one and see if does anything happen? Can you see anything? Oh, I've got to click it. There we go. Okay. Alright, it's going to tell us. Okay. Oh, I'm going to have to move your camera. Okay, so the audience has said 66% has said it's A, 7% has said B, 19% has said C, and 9% has said D. So, do you want to have a crack at that based on the audience, or do you want to go against them? Do you trust them, Jen?
I trust them. I trust them. I trust myself. Ethiopia. All right. Against my better judgment, I'm gonna go with the audience. Ethiopia.
Let's take a look. And the audience was right, and they have helped you get the correct answer. Now, we're going to go on to the next one. You've got 1 lifeline left. Is there anybody in your house?
No.
Okay, no. So that lifeline's not going to help you. Maybe I'll give you a clue. That'll be your lifeline. All right, let's go to the next one. What is the largest mammal in the world? Is it A, the African elephant, B, the blue whale, C, giraffe, D, polar bear? The largest mammal in the world, currently alive, not extinct.
I'm gonna go with B, the blue whale.
Well, I like it, just confident. Let's take a look. Jen, you're doing great. And you've only got really half a lifeline left, but you're going good. Let's see if we can get you to the top. All right, the next one. Well, it's a bit tricky, this one. This is an $8,000 question. Who is the main protagonist in J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series? Let me read the question correctly. Who is the main protagonist in J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series? Is it Hermione Granger, Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter, Ron Weasley? Now, I'll tell you why this is a trick question. Do you know what a protagonist is?
It's a character, the main character.
Okay.
Right?
I didn't know. I had to look that up. So you actually won't get tricked by this. I got tricked by this question. Do you want to lock one in?
I want to lock Harry Potter in.
Lock it in. Reveal. Well done. I got it wrong because I picked Daniel Radcliffe.
I'm a writer, so.
You're a writer. Easy. Okay. I'm not even much of a reader. All right, what have I done? Okay, what do I got to do? Go to... Where's my questions? Next question. No questions available. Okay, that's a problem. Why? Let me check my questions. Okay, level 2. Oh, I see. All right. A little bit of a technical glitch. Can you see that?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Can you see?
Yeah.
You can see all my questions?
No.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, all right. Now let's see if we can go back. Okay, let's try. We got any more questions? Okay, we've done. Yeah, there's a new question. What is the largest organ in the human body?
No, you gave me that already.
Okay, let's go to the next one. How do I get past this? So you said